This is Barry Zalma for Experify, Excellence in Claims Handling of First-Party Property Insurance Claims. This is a course that I have created after serving more than 51 years as an insurance claims person, an insurance defense lawyer, and an insurance coverage lawyer. I have represented national and international insurers from A to Z, from Aetna to Zenith and Zurich. As an insurance lawyer, I practiced law actively from 1974 until 2015, when I allowed my law license to become inactive after I became a septuagenarian. I now spend my time acting as an expert witness, a consultant, and author of insurance books and insurance training courses like this one. The professional property claims handler must, to be a professional, exercise excellence in claims handling. The course will cover insurance claims handlers' needs to overcome the poor reputation that some claims handlers now have. Some deserve it, some earned it, some simply were not trained to be a professional claims handler. And it is that lack of training, that failure to become true professionals that has caused me to create this course for Experify. I have, over the last 51 years in the business, begged insurers, those that I represented, those that read the materials I produced, those who subscribe to my newsletters and my blog, to properly train their claims handlers so as to avoid the need for lawyers like me and to avoid having to deal with insurance policyholder lawyers who seek to destroy insurance companies or cause them severe damage by asserting claims for punitive and exemplary damages. Unfortunately, very few insurers have even attempted to train their people, and that is why I have created this Excellence in Claims Handling program. Excellence in claims handling is a necessary asset to every insurer who intends to pay claims fairly and in good faith. Ever since the first insurance policy was scratched into a clay tablet more than 3 millennia ago, a claims person who does not perform with the utmost of good faith is in violation of the real purpose of insurance. That every insurance contract, ever since 3,000 years ago, every insurance contract required both parties to the contract to deal with each other fairly and in good faith, and resolve all claims promptly and to the satisfaction both of the insurer and the insured. Since every business or property owner needs insurance, because no individual or corporation can afford the risk of losing the property out of its personal assets, insurance was created to spread the risk among thousands and thousands of persons insured, so that those who actually incur a loss can be indemnified for their losses and rebuild their structures and restart their businesses. The professional claims handler is also a necessary asset to every insurer. The insurer whose claims handlers are not professional, who can't read the insurance policy or apply its terms correctly to the facts of a particular loss, will find itself in difficulty, find itself with unhappy insureds, lose business, and probably find itself the defendant in multiple lawsuits. The professional claims handler is the type of person who can work with people, individual homeowners, or corporations who own multiple structures, so that every claim reported to the insurer is thoroughly investigated, the policy terms and conditions are applied to the personnel, and to provide the indemnity promised by the insurance policy. Every claim reported, therefore, must be dealt with professionally and in good faith. It is not the intention of the insurance company to make it difficult for an insured to collect indemnity. Rather, it is the intention of the insurance policy, which is made up of multiple promises made by the insurer and multiple promises made by the insured to apply the facts of a particular loss, whether it's by fire, theft, or any casualty, to provide the indemnity promised by the insurer to the insured if the terms and conditions of the policy have been fulfilled. Every claim is evaluated and paid promptly, up to the limits of the policy, only if the coverage applies, and that is the duty of the professional claims handler to determine whether the policy applies to the facts of the loss. Every claim must, and I can't emphasize this enough, be dealt with professionally, fairly, and in good faith. And if it is, the insurer will keep as insureds even those who get less than they wanted, but got exactly what the policy promised. The claims profession, who provides excellence in claims handling, is not only a necessary asset to every insurer, but to every insured, and is a marketing tool, because when the public who buys insurance recognizes that a particular insurer has a staff of adjusters and claims representatives and claims personnel who deal fairly and in good faith with every insured, and who provide excellence in claims handling service to the insured, the market will grow for those services. And so the professional claims handler must work with every insured, whether an individual, a partnership, or a corporate entity, to deal with losses in a manner that assists the insured in the need to prove the claim, because most people don't understand, at least the lay people who are not involved in insurance, that it is the obligation of the person insured to prove that his claim fits within the promises made by the insurance policy. The professional claims handler, once his investigation begins, must also determine if the insurer needs the assistance of more than just a professional claims handler, which might include a claims counsel, a specialized attorney who deals with insurance claims, construction consultant, people who can assist the insured and the insurer in determining the extent of the loss and the amount and types of work necessary to bring the building or property loss back to the condition it was in prior to the loss. Engineers, or even an insurance consultant who can help the insurer evaluate the terms and conditions of the policy. So, after completing an excellence in claims handling program, the student will receive a certificate from Claims School Incorporated and Expertify, acknowledging that he or she is a professional property claims handler who is capable of providing excellence in claims handling both to the insurer that retains their services and to the insured who seeks to recover on a claim. The Excellence in Claims Handling program includes this introduction, a analysis of the first-party property policy, the discussion of the need for professional insurance claims handlers, the law of contracts for the professional claims handler. This is not sufficient to make you a contract lawyer, but it will allow a professional claims handler to deal with a lawyer on an equal footing. It will cover the history of insurance and what insurance truly is. It will deal with how to read, understand, and apply the terms and conditions of an insurance policy to a particular risk of loss. It will cover the equitable remedy of rescission, which is a remedy available to all parties who are involved in a contract, and insurance is nothing more than a contract, where one party deceives the other about the terms and conditions of the contract, and it allows a court to put the parties back into the situation they were in before they entered into the contract, declaring the contract void from its inception as if it never existed. We will discuss ethics for the insurance professional, because the covenant of good faith and fair dealing that is the basis of the insurance contract is nothing more than ethical treatment. And so you must understand ethics and how ethics are applied and the various systems of ethical behavior upon which the covenant of good faith and fair dealing was based. We will discuss how, why, and what is needed to complete a thorough investigation of a first-party property insurance claim, which will include interviewing techniques for the insurance professional, who must interview the insured and determine whether that insured and or any witnesses have information that is necessary to an evaluation of the claim. We will discuss the obligations of a public insurance adjuster, who is an adjuster that can be retained by an insured to step into the shoes of the insured and assist the insured in proving the loss to the insurance company. These people work for a contingent fee that is anywhere, depending on the size of the loss, from 3 to 20% of the total loss. We will discuss the creation of a scope of loss and a statement of loss, which is the way insurance claims personnel work with the insured to determine the amount of loss and to summarize it once the loss is about to be resolved. We will discuss the necessity that the insurer's claims person understands the existence of insurance fraud, how to do a basic investigation of an insurance fraud, and to refer that insurance fraud to the insurer's special investigation unit for further investigation. We will discuss the regulations imposed upon insurers by state regulators, including the California or other states' Fair Claims Settlement Practices regulations and Special Investigation Unit regulations. And finally, we will discuss the duties of an insured presenting a first-party property claim and how the insured and the claims person work together to resolve the claim. And last but not least, we will wrap up the entire program and advise you how to obtain your certificate.